Hello and welcome back. My name is Matt Latter and today we're going to continue the Pillars of Eternity Let's Play series. In the last episode we finally found Maerwald and found him to be utterly insane. Turns out his past lives basically began torturing him, and the massive disparity in viewpoints between the two souls that vied together with his own one for control kind of drove him mad. And now Kana wants to talk to us. Let's see.
Poor Maerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
I don't think knowledge was the problem. He said that if I can find out what caused this, it might help me. That is true, and there is no such thing in my experience as too much knowledge. Kana smiles. Come, we'll find your answers. And mine, I hope. Okay. So, let's check what the Beetle Room has to offer. Bunch of money.
I'll see what I can find.
Any enemies in here? Ooh, this is a mine? Scroll for Restore Light Endurance. Not bad. Oh. Looters. Yeah, damn, they've seen us. Okay, is that here? Again, Gold Pack Knights. I seem to run into them a lot more often. Should get them down quick enough. Come on. Murder them. There we go. Kill him! No mercy. Okay, and now on to the crossbowman. That was quick. Okay, let's see, what do they have? Milk, very important. This guy has cheese, so milk and cheese. I welcome that. And up here we have... Ooh, a frog helm. And more money. Let's see, does it fit? Whoa, no, that doesn't fit at all. Maybe the Brigandine? And not either. We'll keep it in reserve, maybe it will fit with some other armor we get. And a skull cap. And that's a massive spider. Okay. Let's see what we can do about that. Probably use a spell on one of them.
How may I help?
Do I still have a blessing spell for the priest? I do. Then go ahead and make use of it. And you use your book spells. Book spells, I say, it's Arcane Assault. I should really get to learn those names.
Let's go!
There we go. Spiders down. More spider legs. There's a lot more around here than I would have expected, actually.
Great.
Stone beetle. A teleporting stone beetle. What the fuck? Teleporting beetles are the worst kind of beetles.
That's not very helpful.
Come on. There we go. Now take the wood beetle down. Should be easier. There we go. Loot them as well again. And there's another corpse here, man. Lots of corpses.
Yes?
Let's surprise them.
End this.
There we go.
Let's go.
Hey.
Okay, that's a good position
Indeed.
to use the flame. Obviously they had to move. And yeah, that took a lot of health out of Olaf there. That move in the last minute really fucked me over. Hey, let's see what's down here. A lot of bones at least. Hide armor and a bit of gold.
Move!
Holy damn. I take everything back. That's a massive spider. Okay, I'll do a quick save here. Just to be on the safe side of things.
Let's go.
Okay. Very good. And this time around I'll start right away with some blessings and stuff. Because this seems to be quite a powerful enemy. At least at first glance. Okay, we have some spells as well. Actually didn't know that, sorry. Okay, so we require phrases chanted, then we can use these particular ones. 3 skeletons. That's an interesting one. Okay, I'll have to pay a lot more attention to that. And we'll see if we can maybe blind the Spider Queen. I would appreciate that.
Move!
Well, we're all blessed now. Attack spells. Okay, what else? What else? Let's do the healing projectile. I haven't used that one yet.
What?
And okay, we need to move you forward. Yep, let's break defense here. Ooh, that healing projectile is actually pretty powerful, it seems.
Yes.
And the Spider Queen is down. Easier than I expected. Ooh. Utrecht. Sounds slightly German again. Okay, what exactly is that? A stiletto. 3DR bypass. Damage restored as endurance. Oh, I like that. But I don't think we have anyone who can make proper use of that right now. Let's check that here. Weathered and covered with dull patina, the elaborately carved pillar appears far older than the surrounding structure.
Let's see what lies this way.
That certainly looks like a secret passage. There really is a lot more to this. Holy damn. If I had to guess, that is all Adra. Okay, yeah, fast mode. Need to check on some other things. There's nothing I can find here, really. That face. Okay, then let's check in here. There's 1 or 2 more rooms to go. Really? Sorup's down here? Sorups and spiders. Best thing since sliced bread. I hate it when they move. Come on. Well, at least it did some damage.
Right.
I sometimes really wish that in these games they'd make the combat actually turn-based. Heavy iron key. Probably the one we would have needed to open the actual gate, which we kind of skipped. Cobblestones and bricks are bound to the rusted cart by thick spiderwebs. Ooh, boots of evasion. Do we already have boots? We have. Of Constitution +1. They are a bit better. Okay, who has the least... Ooh. Yeah, frontline wise, definitely Rotor. We actually have someone with a shield. We do. Yeah, let's give it to Adair. Missed that one earlier. My bad. If you've been screaming at the screen about that, really sorry. Check here. Another rapier, potion of spirit shield, and some money. And what's this here? Shimmering wall of energy extends across this doorway like a curtain. It repels forward movement with unnatural force. Interesting, perhaps the voice in that throne upstairs knows something. Let's go there before we explore that massive Adra thing over there. Want to keep that one until I'm done with anything else out here.
Aye, you're right. No sense listening to that old bam part. Damned Virago, not now!
Is Aleph possessed or something? There's gotta be a story about his random insults.
I felt Maerwald's passing. You slew him.
He gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Maerwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
I've always wanted my own keep, even if it is a little cursed. Then it is yours, my lord. I cannot begin to tell you how glad, that is, how good it is to know that the keep is in capable hands once again. I suppose I should mention, first, that if you mean to travel to Defiance Bay for supplies, there has been a complication of a kind. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Maerwald's never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before he came preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. Okay, how do I repair the Barbican? Maerwald set aside materials for the Barbican, and as they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. I'm willing to supply that. So, what does being the master entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are completed. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Sorry about that. Someone just wrote me a text message. Okay. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If you can raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risks. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep, and then there are other things. Was there anything else, my lord? What did you mean by risks? Maerwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. there is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all men who came to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths often speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed, from the time of our Adenian colonists onward. Beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen, from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths, that, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks idioms? What are the endless paths? The endless path of Odnua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, We were warned by the Glenfathans that this site was cursed, and there is legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Engwithan named Odnua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths, and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, for few have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Engwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their deaths, I fear. Who is this master below? I could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless paths, the Engwithan tyrant Odnua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen, while below, the hand of a great statue Odnua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Odnua himself. But am I not the master of Caed Nua? Of course you are. The keep would have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely intertwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be the threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. Okay, time to find this queen in the City of Defiance. You must know this queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Adir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Rodica. I'm told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away in repairing the Barbican. You only need to tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Maerwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look at it if you wish. Let's see. Then we'll get underway at once. The steward's voice belies a giddy excitement. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of my great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did under Maerwald's keeping. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and as long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican. Okay. Upgrades to your stronghold cost money and take time to complete. Each upgrade can add security or prestige to the stronghold, or add additional functionality like resting bonuses, periodic free crafting ingredients, or new stores. I like that. So prestige and security are basically the two things. No pending events. This is the status. Upgrades, hirelings are here. Okay, and that's the party management. Okay, so first of all, we upgrade the Eastern Barbican. The Eastern Barbican gates passage to the Wooden Plains, the crossroads between Cape Nua, Deerford, and Defiance Bay. Nice. Main Keep. That certainly sounds worth it. Upgrading the main keep will repair your Great Hall, allowing visitors and adventurers to be available to you and your companions. What else do we have? We have the Bright Hollow Restoration. Ah, that's probably kind of like an inn. The Bailey. The Bailey house various necessities for keeping the stronghold self-sufficient. Building this upgrade will allow you to upgrade the grounds further. Like towers. Upgrading towers will grant a perception bonus when resting. More security, more security. The library contains volumes of ancient lore. Lore bonuses? Ah, barracks. I should consider building a barracks quickly. The dungeons? Take prisoners during travels. Ow. Merchant stalls. Craft hall. Curio shop, which allows us to buy exotic stuff. An artificer's hall. Stores novel contraptions. Buy traps and receive merchandise bonus. Merchandise mechanics, I mean. The chapel. Purchase scrolls from a priest. The forum. Intellect bonus upon resting. Training grounds. Bonus to might. The botanical gardens. Random plant every turn. The hatch maze. More security. The warden's lodge. Holy shit, there's a lot to this. Bonus to survival skills. Ooh, and offers high-level bounties. Interesting. Woodland trails. Constitution athletics bonus. Bright Hollow Hearth. Bright Hollow Lab. Yeah, damn, there's a lot of stuff in here. Ooh, okay, we'll start with the obvious one, the main keep. Because that is important. And I think also Bright Hollow Restoration. Oh, okay, so only one can be in progress at any one time. Okay, good to know. So yeah, let's see if we can go down below through that power field now. Since we are master of the keep, it should now be possible. But I'm very interested to see where this goes, especially if we invest a lot into the keep, which I fully intend on doing. I actually thought the stronghold thing was more like, yeah, you know, have a stronghold, there are some people there, have fun. And it is open here.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ard Nua, the great Angwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course, but should we descend far enough, we will find some real history. To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after, Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Orator, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name, scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
Okay, you sound very impressed by this Gabranos. They say he held power over the elements, Kanakas, but I'm more interested in his writing. He was a prolific author. I haven't been able to translate everything, but I've seen enough to know that he traveled far and wide. If only we could have met him, that wisdom he could share. But we can follow his example and strive to learn from those around us, improve upon it. Haven't actually read his writing? Well, not entirely. How could I? It's a dead language, and hardly anyone has translated even a small fraction of it. But what little I can, I have translated. By comparing the symbols in his work to what others have found, I pieced together a phrase from the Tanvi Oratoa, clear as day. I even gave it to the keeper to check, but she was convinced I'd written it myself. So, why does this book matter so much? Rauatai faces troubled times. Once we were a unified people, but that's changing, and the Tanvi Oratoa is at the heart of that. There are those who say that we haven't held to its instruction, that we've allowed ourselves to grow weak and polluted our traditions by welcoming foreigners rather than laying claim to the lands around us. That we must hold to those traditions if we are to make of ourselves a nation to be feared. Our brothers would have it so, but we don't need to isolate ourselves to make Rauatai great. I know there's more to the chant. It wasn't created out of sand or water 1,000 years ago, but brought to Rauatai by the Yanguithans, by people that knew the value of alliances and shared their knowledge with us. And with that knowledge, we made Rauatai what it is today. If I can find the original, I can prove it. They'll know that the chant is far older than we believed, that the Yanguithans favored peace and the trade of knowledge. If we follow in their footsteps, we can make a kingdom just as grand and lasting as theirs. Averting conflict is a noble ambition. How was one old book going to change the minds of everyone? Conquest is the path to lasting civilization. Yeah, averting conflict is a noble ambition. And a lofty one, I know. Kana grins. I'm glad you feel the same. I feel it's better, of course, for Rauatai. The better cause for Rauatai. We're a people of many races, and we've always stood together. I feel we're destined for greatness. Let's start looking then.
If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two. Let's be off.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the paths. I'll not go down there quite yet. I still have a few other things I want to tackle first. I'll probably go take care of Lord Raedric in the very near future. But first of all, I want to go here. See where this leads. We've danced long enough around that exit point. Oh, okay, so it just leads down there. Ah well. Easy enough. So yeah, this will most likely then have to do it for today. I thank you all for watching. I hope you've had some fun.
Scholar, lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
That guy is always interrupting me. So, once again, thank you all for watching. Hope you've had some fun. I look forward to seeing you the next time around. If you want, consider commenting, liking, or subscribing, and maybe also following me on Twitter @_madlatter. I am done for today, and I hope to see you again. See ya!